if you just...
I can't help but get tackled by Billy every time.
Okay, well, have fun.
Don't go! Just get... Aw, I miss the brothers. Hey guys! I have not done a panel on my own in a really long time, so I need you guys to ask me a lot of questions. Please. Did you guys doing good? Who's coming to karaoke? Hi, I'm excited. Okay, should we just start with questions? We got some people? Hi.
Hi. First of all, I wanted to say congrats on the 100 part. It's really exciting. And I just wanted to know if you could talk about that a little bit more and maybe talk about what it's like on set and everything.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, I'm working on the 100 right now. Y'all watch that? I'm the bad guy this season. My mom is like, why do they always cast me as the bad guy? Like, I don't know, I'm tall, I have a low voice, I don't know what it is. So yeah, I can't really say much more than what was in the press release, but her name is Nikki. And then she comes out of, I guess, the pods where they were kept, and with her boyfriend Hatch, which is Chad Hook. So also from Supernatural. So we've gotten to work together, which is really cool. And yeah, I go on to do bad things. There's like she's gonna lead sort of a revolt, I guess, is the storyline. And that's just kind of what's been put out in the press release. I don't actually know, I've only gotten a couple of scripts. We've just shot the first couple of episodes. But so far it's really good. It's actually really fun. It shoots in Vancouver as well. I've done a lot of shows up in Vancouver, so I know a lot of people when I walked on set. It was really cool the other day. Jason Rothenberg was up there, and he's the showrunner and the creator. And it felt really good because I knew so many people, and people kept coming up to me and him and going, "Oh my God, we're so glad you hired her. We love her." And at the end of the first day, he was like, "Wow, everybody really loves working with you. I'm glad we hired you." So it's been nice. It's been very welcoming. I'm friends with a lot of the cast from the 100 already, so it's just nice to sort of play with them, and everybody's been just lovely. Which, you know, a lot of times when you come onto a show this far into the game, like they're in season 7, I also came on Supernatural with season 8, Smallville I came in season 7, Stargate I came into like a family as well, and so when you come onto a show that late in the game, it's a little intimidating. Like, you don't know what relationships are formed. You don't really, you know, you're sort of the new kid, and everybody's been very, very welcoming. So I'm grateful for that. Thanks for asking.
Thanks.
Hi, Alaina.
Hi.
So I was wondering, in reference, if Abazon had actually gotten what she wanted, what do you think the first thing she would have done as queen?
Oh. What does she want? To be queen, right? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah? I think I always used to say, like, she'd redecorate hell. I don't know what she would do to it. Yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting, and I know, like, a lot of characters coming back, just for everybody keeps asking me. I have no plans to go back. You know, if they invited me back for this season, I would love to, but I have not been invited yet. But yeah, I don't know. She's a really rad character. I would like to see what would happen if she took over hell. Don't y'all? Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bella. And my question is, what's one of your most memorable thing that happened to you on set?
On Supernatural?
Yeah.
What's the most memorable thing? I was on that show a long time ago. I sometimes don't remember. Well, nobody's ever played a prank on me, so I'm disappointed. I tell them, so I'm gonna get it one day. But, well, actually, no, you know what? They did play a prank on me. Serge played a prank on me in my first episode. I was think I was like looking at the ground and there was like a skeleton and they made the head move while I was on camera and I freaked out and everyone laughed at me. I was like, you guys are mean. And then I had to learn the Latin to do like an incantation, and I did not want to learn that because I was afraid of like actually summoning demons. This shit's real. I'm like, they're like, oh, here's the recording. Listen to it in your hotel room by yourself. I don't sleep by myself. Like, I don't want to learn Latin in a lonely hotel room by myself, summoning demons. That shit's scary. It always amazes me when I see young kids watch the show because the show scares me. Like my kids don't watch it; they're scared of it. Oh, they've been watching The 100, and that's pretty gory, but it doesn't deal with like demons. Yeah, I don't think I answered your question, but a lot of stuff happened on set. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey, nice to meet you. My name's Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Love you and everything you've ever done.
Hey.
So you said you play a lot of evil characters. What's your favorite thing about playing an evil, badass woman?
I'm a little embarrassed to say it just feels right. I mean, you know, it's funny. So I read for a movie recently, and they had me come in for, it's a pretty big movie, and they had me come in for like the main female character. And it's a great character, and the audition material was really, really good. It's got a solid foundation. I could pull up a lot of research on it, and I genuinely wanted to love it, but I had some resistance to it. And I went in, I did it. They were like, I knew that there was a bad guy, a female bad character, and I asked my agent when they called me with this audition if I could read for that, if they were going to open that. He's like, well, I don't know. They want you to come in for like the lead. Don't you want to read for that? And I was like, I kind of want to read for the bad guy. So I went in, I read for the role, and they called and they were like, you know, we want to bring her in for the bad guy. And I was like, I told you. And I went in and it was like, it was just easy. I don't know what's going to happen. It's still sort of on the fence. So if it comes to fruition, I'll be able to talk about it. But I don't know. There's a certain like, I guess I resonate with bad guys. I don't know. Maybe it's like my alter ego has to like work some shit out. But yeah, it's fun. You know, I think maybe there's sort of like Abaddon, for example. She was so very cavalier and like arrogant, and I don't feel like that's me. So I feel like it's fun to sort of explore that and sort of be unapologetic. And it's really funny when that character first came out. And a lot of this fan base is female, and they'd be like, "You're such an inspiration." I'm like, I'm not sure. What did I just get myself into? I'm not sure she's like someone to look up to. But there are elements of her that are so, you know, very, just non-apologetic. I think we should all just be a little less apologetic. Yeah. And still be kind. I just think like own your shit and be okay with it. Work on yourself. I'm not saying like go be toxic and like hurt people and not apologize for that. That's not okay. Thank you. Hi.
Hello. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you.
I've always liked the red too, but I always love redheads. Charlie, Rowena, Abaddon, of course.
Yeah, the show really likes redheads. I often say, I was like, I don't know, someone must love redheads on that show, because I don't think it's a coincidence. And I think it's probably something like they don't even know, they're just like, she was the best actor. No, she had red hair.
My question is, which team are you for? Team Free Will, Team Hell, Dean Sam, Crowley?
I feel like this just is a problem question. I just don't think there's a win here. To be quite honest, I don't even understand all the teams. Could you give me like a rundown? Well, okay, what's Team Free Will?
Team Free Will is Dean, Sam, Cass, Jack.
What do they do?
They go against the odds. They fight against their destiny. Everything like that. And then you have Team Hell, of course, which got split up between Crowley, Abaddon, Lucifer, and I guess Rowena got kicked in there for a little bit too.
Right.
And then you have the angels.
Classy.
And then you have the angels, so.
Okay. So like yeah, I don't know. I think I like anything that Cass is on. Because you guys like him a lot. I just want y'all to like me.
Well, I'm Team Dean all the way.
Okay, that's a good choice. Yeah. No, see, there's no winning. Yeah.
It's to each his own, your own preference.
Yeah, I'd say like Team Queen. Let's make that a team. Team Queen, and she gets her her bestie to be with her. Abaddon and Rowena.
Both redheads.
What is that?
Both redheads.
Yeah, naughty pants. Team naughty pants.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey.
Hi. My question is about Josie. And if Josie really was in it for a very short time, and then she made like this amazing sacrifice, if they had given you more time as Josie, could you see the storyline going in any direction?
Yeah, so actually that was sort of my pitch when, like, the bad guys don't stick around very long. Like, they come in, they cause shit, and they become a problem, right? Just in the good terms of story, and so you gotta get rid of them, and then a new problem presents itself. So my thought actually was the more interesting long-term storyline is Josie. You know, she's obviously human, so she has human emotions and failures and things like that. And then she has all the knowledge of the men of letters. So I thought that, you know, they did end up doing the men of letters and the women of letters storyline, but I thought that would have been a really interesting way to go with it. So that was more my, you know, now Josie's in the modern time, and she gets to actually live that life. She doesn't need Abaddon to sort of be a woman in the future. Yeah, that would have been a lot of fun to play.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hello. So thank you very much to join New Zealand Con, New Jersey Con this time. And I also appreciate thank you very much to come to Japan with Jim Weaver and also Mark Bellino and also Sebastian. And what is your impression to Japanese fan?
Japanese fans. So I went to Tokyo this year for this HoloCon, and I've referred a few people from our family to go next year. I just saw the promoters in San Jose, and so I'm hoping that a few of our other friends will show up for you soon. But I actually grew up in Tokyo, so I lived there from the time I was like 14 to 20. I was working, I started my career very young. I started my career as a model, and so I would get contracts and I'd go work in mostly Tokyo, but Osaka and Nagoya, and so it was lovely for me. I felt like I was going home because I have not been to Japan in like 20 years. And the fans are great. It's a very small convention. We had like not even really a panel. We just came in the morning and said hello, and the promoters were great to us. So yeah, lovely. I love Japan.
Thank you.
Arigato. Hi.
Hey Alana, my name's Angelica. What does this fandom mean to you? Like, how has it helped you? Because we love you so much, and how has it helped you be awesome? And you know what? You as badass as Abaddon in real life.
Thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. It's very special to be a part of this fandom. I've been a part of big fandom families, and I'm very grateful for it. When I walked into this world, I did not anticipate this. I did not understand it, and I've made so many beautiful friends. I've made so many great memories. we've built this world community together. I've literally traveled to like all corners of the earth to meet people, and we have this one silly little TV show that connects us all, and it's fucking powerful. Like, you guys are amazing, and we couldn't do what we do without you guys, and I know that you all help each other and hold each other together, and so yeah, it means the world to me. This has literally changed my life. Thank you. Love you. Thank you. I'll try. If I wear leather.
Hi. So my question is, with so many movies being remade into female leads, is there any movie you would personally like to do and be a lead in?
Oh. Yeah, but see, the leads are all good. I don't know. I'm sort of like for original ideas. I do read for like a lot of genre stuff, and I feel like that's kind of what's being remade a lot of. This one I just went out for is a remake also. I would really like to do that one. I hope it comes through. There's nothing really like, here's the thing is, there's nothing really like on my mind. I'm sure like in my head there's something, but when you ask me, I'm like, no, I don't think so. But then when something comes through, or I'll read it like in the trades, I'm like, oh, what a great idea. I want to be a part of that. So, but no, nothing like off the top of my head.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hi.
And so Abaddon is very badass, and I was wondering, in your opinion, what do you think was her most badass moment? And what was your favorite badass moment?
They gave her like a lot of really awesome things to do. I would have liked to do more. I feel like there was more of a story to tell. I mean, we always feel that way about our characters because we get so connected to them. People ask me what the favorite part of playing Abaddon was. I always like to say when I got to kick the shit out of Mark Shepard. Not when Abaddon beat up Crowley. And I know I've told this story, so forgive me, I'm repeating myself, but that day that we had that fight scene, Brad Reeser, one of the camera operators, he went around the set with like a deli counter so everyone could take a number to kick Mark's ass. And Mark was so giving. I mean, obviously it was a joke, sort of, but Mark was like, he was really giving. Like he really wanted to sell it, so he like fell out of his chair and he really went for it. He's such a dream to work with. I've known Mark for like a long time. We've done conventions together forever, long before this show came around. And this is what's so unique about this world that we've built, that we get to know these people because we travel all over the world with them, and then one day you like show up on a job and you get to work with them. So I met a few of the 100 cast a few years ago in New Zealand. In Wellington, and like we spent a couple weeks together, and I've only ever read for the show one other time, and then I get on this job and I'm like, oh my god, I have all these friends on this show. So actually Satchel from the 100, he texted me. He knew I was getting the job before I did, and the first thing he said to me was, welcome to the family. And I was like, man, this is so great that like I'm walking into something already connected. Has nothing to do with the question, I apologize. It's not a rant. My other favorite thing about, you said, what badass things that Abaddon do?
Yeah.
Like everything she did was badass. I kind of like, I don't know, I like that she was mouthy. I like that Josie was like mouthy and wanted to question everything and challenge everything. I like that she was like real sleek, and they just gave her really like great moments. I even liked her death. I thought her death was actually scripted, and I don't know if it's been re-scripted this way, but the script read, the most epic death in supernatural history. I was like, ooh, I can't wait to see what they do. Yeah, I don't know, there was a lot of really good moments. I'm very proud of this character. Thank you.
Well, you talked about how much you love playing evil characters. What was it like playing for the other team when you were a superhero on Smallville? And also, would you be interested in joining all the other people who are going to be part of that Crisis on Infinite Earths?
I have not been invited. I'm definitely like, yes, I'm interested. I'm also, they're doing a backdoor pilot of the Canaries, and I'm friends with them, all the girls, and so, that would be really fun to play in that arena as well. So I'm definitely trying to have conversations around that. If you remember, when Black Canary comes on the scene in Smallville, she's hired by Lex as a bad guy. She quickly changes and plays for the right team. And also my character on Stargate was a good guy, but I think maybe I just play a lot of badass characters. Some are good, some are evil. But it's great. I mean, the superhero stuff is fun. Like, there's moments where you're shooting it and you're like, I remember this one fight scene we had in Lex's mansion, and it was like this slow motion. I throw a knife across the room, and like Clark rushes into the room, and Lex fights, and we had this like very John Woo kind of moment, and I was like, I was kind of nerded out. I was like, oh my god, there's like Superman and Lex Luthor, we're on the same room. So, and then other times you're like, okay, so Justin and I used to laugh at each other. Justin Harley hated being in the Green Arrow costume because he couldn't hear anything, and he was always like hot and it was uncomfortable. So he'd like be on set, he'd have like his hood on, and we'd like talk to him, like, huh? Like, he was just like grumpy all the time. So he would laugh at me, like we'd be talking on set, and he'd just like stop and look at me and be like, you look ridiculous. That's the other part of sort of what we do. Sometimes you're like, I feel like an asshole. I'm standing here in like a costume with eye makeup painted on my mask painted on my face, but it's fun. I don't know, I get to play for a living, it's kind of cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I was just wondering if you watched Supernatural with your daughter and if she had ever seen you in any of your episodes.
No. Short answer. None of my kids are actually that interested in Supernatural. I don't know why. They're just, I think they think it's too scary. Particularly my daughters. I think maybe my son would be okay with it, but he hasn't watched it. He likes more comedy, which there is comedy in it, but I'm not sure that would be his. Maybe I just need to like tie everybody down and shut a marathon. It'll take 10 years, but no, but I've told this story before. I feel like I've told all my stories before. I'm like that person, sorry. But there's a picture of me with like my head cut off, like a pool of blood, and my daughter Charlie was like 3 at the time. She's almost 10 now. But that's how long ago I was on the show. But I remember like distinctly going, oh no, I've scarred my child for life. Because she saw that picture, she's like, wow, Mama, you're so beautiful. What happened to your head? I was like, shit. So yeah. They do sometimes watch my stuff. I did a movie, came out in May called The Perfection. It's on Netflix, and they watched that. Like, I don't get it. It's a horror movie. So I don't know, yeah, they're like my critics. They keep you humble, those ones.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi again.
Hi.
I was wondering if you didn't go into acting or modeling, what do you think you would want to do?
Man, I don't know. I've asked myself the same questions. I'm like, now what? I really don't know, to be honest. I started my career really young. I think I was 12 when I started doing plays, and then I did a pilot when I was 12, and then I started acting, or modeling rather, and that kind of took over for a while. I've always been like, I probably would do something in, I would think fitness, or, I'm not like a sit still person, so I need to be like moving around. and busy. So probably something like that, something physical. I don't know, and artistic. I don't know. I actually don't want to know. I don't. You know, it's like that part of your life where you're like, what do I do with the rest of my life? I kind of don't want to know yet. So I'll keep you posted though.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi, my question is if Abaddon and Rowena did team up, what's the first thing that they would do?
I'm trying to think like Ruth right now. She would say something like witty and cute. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know what we would do. We'd get her some high heels. I love how different we are. It's like the best when you have like a best friend that's so different than you. Did you guys see, like I posted a picture of us at Comic-Con? It was the funniest picture in the world to me. She like comes up to my boob. We just couldn't be more different. We're like, yeah, she's like one of my best friends ever. I don't know, but I really would love to work with her because I've never worked with her. Isn't that amazing? It kind of amazes me. So many people on this show, like, I've known them for years and I've never worked with them. And then it also amazes me how amazing my friends are. Like, when the guys approached me about doing Kings of Con, you know, you have a lot of friends who like create things and sometimes you're a part of it, sometimes you're not. And they were like, oh, we're gonna do this, you know, this show, would you be interested in being a part of it? I was like, yeah, sure. And I remember, I've told Rob this, like I remember reading the script and I was leaving the gym and I was just gonna like open it and read it when I got home kind of thing. And I was just walking through the parking lot reading it and I was like, oh my God, my friends are so talented. So, that was a fun show, right? Let's do more of that. That was so fun. They're so great, they're so clever. What did you ask me? I'm a little hungover.
I personally think they would probably try to take over hell or take over the world.
Yeah, that.
And get a whole new wardrobe and just go shopping.
Okay. Power suits. Shoulder pads.
Thank you.
Thanks. And platform shoes. Okay, you guys, we need more questions. Because I can't sing, I don't dance. So anyways. Okay, thanks guys, I appreciate you. I'll make my answers longer, so it'll be more fun. You guys have fun? Yes! It's so echoey in here. Usually we're like in a ballroom, it's not as bouncy. Hi.
Hi. So I was wondering what your favorite line that Abaddon ever said was.
Okay. They gave her some really good ones, but my favorite of all time was, I'm gonna stump you to death. And I'm gonna swallow. I was like, that's the best line I've ever read in my life. Yeah. Isn't it funny? And like, you have to be campy when you say it. You know? Smallville had like a lot of singers like that too, because it, you know, it's like campy. So I love that. I love like, one of my favorite characters growing up was Poison Ivy. Yeah, Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy. And I actually fashioned my Black Canary after Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy, or I tried to, because I love how sort of like just dripping with camp she was. She was just like, I loved it. I was just like, that's so fun when you get to be like that in real life. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. So I absolutely love the video of you and Ruth taping all those pictures of Misha and Mark's trailer.
Oh yeah.
How long did he leave those up?
Oh, that's a great question. Oh my, it was so funny when we did that prank. You guys all saw that prank when we pranked Mark. We were genuinely like, okay, so Phil Segrisha, I was actually up in Vancouver shadowing Phil, who was directing that episode, and we told him what we were doing, and he was like, fuck, now I'm gonna have a bad day. He thought Mark would be mad, and we weren't sure because with Mark you never know. So then we did record it. We put a camera, we taped a camera to the wall of his trailer and covered it with Castiel so he couldn't see. But then I think the battery died before he ended up getting his trailer, so we never got that footage. But anyway, he loved it and it was funny and no one got in trouble that day. So that was a win.
That's rare. And no one got in trouble.
No one got in trouble. Thank you. It was a win. I don't know. Do you know how long he kept those photos up? Does anybody know?
Not long.
Are you sure? I feel like they were everywhere. I put it in his toilet, in the shower. I put it in his shoes, the microwave, everywhere.
This goes to show you what a nice trailer they have.
Put it on the fireplace,
on the lanai,
on the second fridge,
by the pool,
in the kids' play area, in the elevator. It's a really nice trailer. Alaina.
Rich.
Are you sticking around? Are you doing karaoke? Are you sticking around for the rest of the day? Are you doing fun stuff?
Oh, I'm here.
I love it.
You got me.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favorite new platinum blonde, Alaina By request of these next two guests, they ask that you only ask questions that involve episodes they've done together. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Parise and Gabe Tigerman! We did karaoke in Australia, and Parise, maybe we'd all, I don't know, had some dinner beverages, and the song was Katy Perry, "Now you hear me roar," and he kept doing a lion roar. Do your lion roar? That was appropriate for that song. It made sense. For the next 17 songs, you're like somebody singing The Rose. Some say love. 17 songs. It was the funniest epic thing I have ever seen. It's like a Tom Green runner. It was a classic me moment where I'm the only one laughing, but I literally can't breathe. I mean, like, just deadpan stares. Sing us a song on the piano, man.